Hi, my name is Enis. This is Never Stop Trucking. This video is about people who want to open up their own authority, and this is called for a reason. So you want to be a carrier. This is only if you want to become a carrier, if you want to have your own trucks or owner operators leased onto you, where you are the one handling everything, not driving. You're dispatching them, finding loads for them, handling all the paperwork, all the safety permits, and that kind of stuff. So if you're thinking of becoming a carrier, then I also have a tutorial on my website about that, and it will take you step by step how to start your MC authority. But here are some things to consider when you want to become a carrier. Open up your own MC number and your authority, because I see a lot of people are asking about that, and they're thinking about that like, hey, why don't I just get my own MC authority instead of dealing, these kind of things. I have to work with other carriers, other authorities, use their MC number to get access to a load board, to talk to brokers. Why don't I just have my own MC authority? Also, I have another video where I talk about like why you as a dispatcher cannot get an MC number unless you have your own truck, why you don't need it at all if you're just merely dispatching trucks. But if you want to take your business one step further, you want to have your own trucks, then you can consider getting an MC number. MC number is really not that hard to get if you have a truck. If you don't have a truck, you can't get it. Okay, it's easy as that. Now, that truck does not have to be yours. That truck can be someone else who is willing to lease onto you. So maybe if you know someone, or if you know a carrier or an owner operator that they don't want to continue having their own MC number, then you can get them on board. And there are a lot of owner operators out there who don't have their own authority, who work for someone else. Really, a lot of them, probably even more than you think. There is a chance that someone will sign on to you if you don't have, your own truck. How to get an authority is easy. $300. It's been that fee for a long time from the FMCSA. And you have to get this BOC3 permit, which is just like a registered agent that acts in your name. And then you have to have insurance for that truck. If you want to buy a truck, great, why not get your own truck, and you have that truck registered onto you. You open up your MC number based on that truck. Yeah, that's great. But nowadays you can't get a truck. It's hard. You can get a used truck, but it's gonna cost you a lot of money. These trucks are not worth it, but people are still buying them because they need trucks. If you're getting a used truck, be prepared to pay a lot of money. If you want a brand new truck, then you have to wait for a whole year to get it after you ordered, and it's going to be even more money, like a couple of $100,000 for you. If you have a truck, then you also need a trailer. Some people would rent a trailer from someone and until they get their own, but nowadays it's hard to rent a trailer, it's hard to find one, and then even if you find it, they have these ridiculous rental fees. If you want to get a trailer, it's going to be same thing. They're going to be overpriced, and if you want a brand new trailer, it may take a year or even two to get a brand new trailer. So that's hard. So best chance, if you're short on cash, or if you don't have a good credit history to buy a truck, best chance is to get leased onto you as an owner operator. Okay, so these are all the things that you have to consider if you want to start your own MC authority. If you want to buy a truck, it's going to be hard to get one. Same thing with the trailer. Even when you buy a truck, you have to be aware that it's going to be even harder to find a driver, especially if you're buying a used truck. It's going to be very hard to find a driver unless you already know someone. I'm not saying it's impossible. Everyone is still finding drivers, but it's going to be tough. These are the things you have to consider when if you're starting an MC authority. You have to have a truck ready for you before you apply. That's a problem. You have to have that truck already bought, because you can buy a truck without an MC. You don't need an MC. So first thing is that you have to buy a truck and then apply for MC authority, because unless you present them with liability insurance for that truck, they're not going to grant it to you. Or if you know an owner-operator that has their own truck that wants to drive under your authority, then you can have them on the insurance. Okay, so when you apply for MC number and they ask you for insurance, you add that truck to insurance, and then you send it to them, and then they grant you. But what about other things? Now you got your truck, you got everything. What about other things? Once you get your trucks and your authority, then there are other challenges that you have to consider. That's your maintenance for your trucks if you have your own. You have the fuel cards for your trucks. Most companies have factoring, because they don't have the cash flow right away to cover all the expenses. You have to have a drug screen policy in place. And then there are some things that FMCSA they want you to register for, like fill out forms, get the US DOT PIN number, fill out and update forms online, register for clearinghouse, pay the UCR fees every year, even watch the your CSA scores. Best thing is some of these things DOT will tell you right away. Some of these things you can get educated online about it. You can ask other trucking companies. But there are a lot of things that some people don't know. They run their authorities and they don't know about a lot of these things, and they unknowingly run illegally. Okay, so there are a lot of things that you have to know before you start, and then once you start, you get yourself educated. It's this industry. If you have an authority, it's regulated. There are so many regulations. Some companies, smaller companies, they have safety people, like third-party safety companies that are watching all that. So that's a smart thing to do. Pay someone, and then they advise you on all the laws and everything that you have to have. Other companies who have been longer in business, they have a dedicated person in the office that does that. So safety, that's a big thing. Also ELDs, you have to have an ELD provider ready for you. So a lot of things that have to fall into place in order to start. But then when you start, it's going to be easier to book loads. It's going to be hard in the beginning because most brokers will not work with you in the beginning. Some of them, like big ones, will work with you, like CH Robinson, TQL, but then you have some brokers, you have to have a month. Your authority has to be old for a month. Some of them require 3 months, 6 months, a year, inspections, different things, but mostly you can manage your way until at least those first 3 months pass. Once 3 months pass, then you should be okay. And then also some people want to age their authority. You can't do that because you need a truck on your policy this whole time, and then you're going to be paying for the truck a lot of money for the insurance, like a lot of money. And then you're waiting for brokers to start with you. It's better, since you're already paying for that truck, it's better to start looking for loads and get whatever you can get, because you eventually can find loads. You just don't have that many to choose from. What I did is both times I started new companies, I made a list of all brokers who want to work with you. As I call them, they say, hey, we need a month. I write it down. We need 3 months. I write it down. Just so I know, so I don't call them again. So this is my take on that. I'm just saying, I'm not discouraging anyone. I'm just saying that you have to take into account all these things. You know what you can expect. It's not easy, but it's definitely doable. Thanks for watching. Come back for more. I'll see you around.